Good day everyone. Before we start our lesson 4, let me just discuss our lesson objectives. So after the lesson, you are expected to distinguish a strong thesis statement from weak ones, identify thesis statements from academic text, and create an outline of the academic text being read. Let's go proceed with our lesson 4, which is the thesis statement and reading outline. So, what is a thesis statement? So, a thesis statement is the claim or stand that you will develop in your paper. It is the controlling idea of your essay. Or in other words, it is the central idea that supposedly be concise, clear, and powerful. Now, a strong thesis statement usually contains an element of uncertainty, risk, or challenge said by or stated by Ramage, Ben, and Johnson 2006-34. This means that your thesis should offer a debatable claim that you can prove or disprove in your essay. The claim should be debatable enough to let your readers agree or disagree with you. Also, you will have to gather evidence in order for you to back up your thesis statement. So in other words, you have to make sure that the statement that you will create consists topic, argument or claim, and evidence. For example, if you were to create a thesis statement about bullying, so the topic is about cyberbullying. And the argument could be cyberbullying puts a lot of stress on many teens and can cause depression and anxiety and even suicidal thoughts. And the evidence could be parents should limit the usage of smartphones, monitor their children's online activity, and report any cyberbullying to school officials in order to combat this problem. So, if you will put it into context or into text as a thesis statement, it could be like this. With more and more teens using smartphones and social media, cyberbullying is on the rise. Cyberbullying puts a lot of stress on many teens and can cause depressions, anxiety, and even suicidal thoughts. Parents should limit the usage of smartphones, monitor their children's online activity, and report any cyberbullying to school officials in order to combat this problem. So then therefore, you come up with the topic and you able to explain the argument or the claim related to the topic, and you come up with the evidence as well, which is the last sentences, so that is a thesis statement, and a strong thesis statement supposed to be created. And as mentioned earlier, we also do have three different kinds of elements of a thesis statement. First is the topic of your paper. Second is the argument or claim. This depends on the type of paper you are writing. If it is an argumentative paper, then this should be express your opinion. And if it is a research or explanatory paper, then should explain the purpose of your paper or the goal. Third, the evidence or the supporting for your argument claim or the supporting evidence or supporting information, So aside from the elements of thesis statement, we also have guidelines on writing an effective thesis statement. First, of course, we have to avoid making overly opinionated stance, while a thesis statement needs to reveal your attitude toward the topic. And be careful not to go to the extremes and write a thesis statement with an exaggerated claim. This is because you need to prove your thesis first and avoid imposing your opinion on the reader, lest you affect their disposition toward you. In other words, it means to say that if you will put exaggerated opinion or statement, then therefore you will affect the interpretation of the readers. You will affect the transmission of information. Now, example, the officers of the ROTC are merciless slave drivers who abuse their fellow student. This is very exaggerated because if you could notice, there are just officers, selected officers who facilitate ROTC. They are not should be There are not supposed to be a merciless slave drivers who abuse their fellow student, because they are supposed to what? To facilitate our OTC as they are selected to, no? Next, the next guidelines is avoid making announcements. Sometimes it is easier to tell your reader what you intend to write about. However, sometimes it makes a weak thesis statement for it lacks your attitude or stand in a particular topic. For example, in this essay, I will talk about the benefits of having a healthy lifestyle. So what is what is interesting about this topic? No, because we already know, no, it was already given that you are going to talk about healthy lifestyles. Then therefore probably you will eat healthy food, doing exercise, no. It is very self-explanatory. You can easily create an information or an idea, no, just reading the statement, no. And it is somehow affect the interest of the readers. Next guidelines is number 3, avoid stating facts alone. If you rely only on facts in your thesis statement, you will not have much room for discussion, because facts are generally not as debatable as opinions. But class, if you could remember, opinionated statement are not allowed when it comes in academic text, but in this kind of writings wherein opinions are acceptable, but making sure that those are studied or go through with investigation, of course, no. So, for example, coronavirus is an unseen threat to mankind. Before we come up with an information that coronavirus is unseen threat to mankind, of course, doctors and medical fields studied and through an investigation about coronavirus, no? So, before making a statement or an opinion, make sure that you thoroughly studied or you investigate particular information. Next. So next, outline. An outline is a summary that gives the essential features of a text. It shows how the parts of a text are related to one another as parts that are of equal importance or sections that are subordinate to a main idea. Meaning to say, lower section, mas bababa, inferior or less important than the main idea, no? And we also have two different kinds of outline. We have reading outline, which used to get the main ideas of a text that is already written. It helps you to understand the text structure more critically because you will have to find the text thesis statement and supporting details. You will better understand how a writer connects and sequence the information in the written text, no? In outline, there are sequence, process, steps to follow. And we have writing outline as well, a skeletal version of your essay. It is used as a guide to organize your ideas. It is usually done before you write the first sample format. Actually, class, outline is created or constructed for you to organize your idea for the potential topic that you will create. No, for example, if you will create a thesis paper, then therefore you have to come up with an outline of what is the background of the study supposedly, what is the topic, what kind of thesis paper you should create, either it is qualitative or quantitative, or what kind of data that you have to gather. It should, if it is qualitative, then you have to interview particular respondent, and if it is quantitative, then you have to come up with question surveys. So we also do have steps in creating a reading outline aside from the two different outlines. So the steps are: first, read the entire text first, skim the text afterward. Having an overview of the reading's content will help you follow its structure better. Second, locate the thesis statement. Third, look for the key ideas in each paragraph of the essay. And fourth, look at the topic, sentence, and group related ideas together. And five, arrange the contents. Fifth, arrange the contents according to chronological order, spatial order, and or it could be general to specific. Last, go back to the text and make sure you have not missed any important information. And also, we have rules for outlining. First, subdivide topics by a system of numbers and letters, and followed by a period in a formal outline. Roman numerals can be used to represent paragraphs. Capital letters can be used to represent supporting details for the paragraphs. Second, each heading and subheading must have at least 2 parts. Third, use either brief phrases or complete sentences. Do not use both in one essay. And of course, we have types of outline. We have topic outline and sentence outline. Topic outline is the headings are given in single words or brief phrases. Makikita nyo to sa newspaper, no? If you could read or if you encountered newspaper, if you experience reading a newspaper, makikita nyo may headings doon. Kumbaga yun yung parang information na una nyong mababasa, kung anong ibabalita, kung anong information ang ibibigay or kung anong news meron tayo for daily as a daily news, no? And sentence outline is all headings are expressed in complete sentence. Ito yung nasa baba ng headings. Class, if you could do some searching or if you could at least get a piece of newspaper, dun yung makikita sa baba ng headings yung subheadings or yung complete sentence na parang it is somehow could be a thesis statement. It gives a brief information of what is the topic or what is the news all about, no? And if you could see, I have there a sample format. I have here a sample format of an outline which consists of course, first the title and the thesis statement. Thank you for listening. Hindi ako ganun kagaling sa pag-record and pag-edit, but I hope you understand the lesson. If you have clarification and questions, please feel free to message me, no? And again, please bear with me, and still I hope and wish that you understand the lesson. Thank you and good luck with your examination.